Welcome back to Practical AutoCAD and Inventor. In this video, we'll be talking about the differences between overlay and attach. Overlay and attach are two options for inserting external references, or XREFS, into a drawing, and they differ primarily in how they handle nested references. It's important to know the difference so that you can avoid the problem of circular references. Let's get started. So let's talk about circular references, what they are, and why they're a problem. A circular reference occurs when a drawing is attached that references another drawing. So in this example, if I'm using XREFS, I have drawing A open and I XREF drawing B. Drawing B has XREFs inside of it. Maybe it references drawing C, and then that drawing C references back to my drawing A. And that creates a circular reference because, mine references B, B references C, C comes back to mine. AutoCAD's trying to figure out all of these references at once, and it creates a circular path that will crash AutoCAD pretty much every time. It leads to file loading errors, and it can be difficult to detect and troubleshoot in large projects where there's several different XREFs that are nested one inside the other. So what we suggest you do instead of using attach in this situation is you use overlay. The main difference between overlay and attach is that when I use the overlay function, AutoCAD does not look at any of the nested XREFs. It only looks at the direct file that I have referenced in that dialog box. So it avoids those circular references. It's easier to manage, and I only get what I'm looking for. If I also decide that I need drawing C, then I can use overlay to get drawing C as well, and I won't get any of the references in it. So our best practice is to attach, that attach is appropriate for small teams where all the references are in-house, hosted by the same organization, they all have the same standards, the same naming structure, all that kind of stuff. But if you're working with multiple team members or multiple firms, overlay is usually the safer practice to prevent unintentional file discrepancies. The other things that you'll want to do is you'll want to keep your XREF structures shallow and well documented. Try not to have things on several different levels, and avoid referencing a drawing that already has references to that current drawing. That creates that circular reference. Another thing you can do if you're working with a large company is you can use the XREF Manager and tools like XREF Tree to make sure that you've got everything organized before you begin. Next, let's look at actually inserting and attaching a drawing. So let's go ahead and attach a drawing so that I can show you how to use the overlay versus the attach option, and then a couple other things along the way. So here I am in AutoCAD. If I want to attach another drawing to be used as an XREF, I'm going to go to the Insert tab up here at the top, and then I'm going to navigate over to the Reference panel, and I will choose the Attach tool. When I do, it brings up the Select Reference File dialog box, and I can simply navigate to wherever I want that to be. And in this case, I'm going to choose this drawing right here that's called Fitness Center. Then I'll choose Open. When I do, it opens the dialog box that asks me about attaching the external reference. And I could come in here and either select other drawings, or I could even browse to another place if I decide that this isn't the one that I want. Down here is where I can either choose I want to do as an attachment or as an overlay. Remember, if I choose attachment, it's going to attach this drawing and any external references that are inside that drawing. But if I choose overlay, it's only going to attach this drawing and not any other drawing as well. Up here, I have the option to change my scale. I like to come in and let it come in at the regular scale, so I'm going to say I'm going to uncheck Specify on Screen, and I want it to come in at a scale of 1. And then it also allows me to specify my insertion point, and I'm going to let this come in at 0, 0, so I will uncheck my insertion point. Over here on the path type, you have 3 different options. You have no path, relative path, and full path. No path will allow you to insert it this time, but the next time you open this drawing, it's not going to find it. You're going to get a prompt, hey, where is this XREF? I can't find it. So I don't recommend that one. Full path is very specific, and if there's even one small difference between your path and the path that the actual file is on, it won't find it. It's good for one computer, one standalone type of situation. Again, I don't recommend it. What I recommend is relative path. It works the most, it's the most flexible. It's going to try to help you out. It's great for local area networks and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to say choose relative path here. And then if you need to, you can change the rotation and you can change the units. Hopefully you don't need to change the units. Everybody's good from there. If you click on Show Details down here, it just tells you a little bit more about where it is and where it's saved and that kind of stuff. So when I choose OK, you'll see then it comes in and it inserts that XREF, and it also shows that it's all one object. Okay, this is the XREF file. The other thing to note about XREFs is if I look at the layers and I come in here, these layers at the top are my layers in the drawing that I have, and these layers down here at the bottom are the layers that came in with that XREF. Notice that they're all gray. Okay, so they're saying, hey, these are not a part of your original drawing, and they also have the name of the drawing here, Fitness Center. And so if I had several drawings attached in addition to this one called Fitness Center, it would precede all of them with the names of the drawings just to help you keep things straight. So again, what I suggest you do is use overlay for large organizations, for times when you've got XREF that reference other XREFs, to keep things simple and to eliminate that problem with circular references. Thanks for watching.